At the end of the day, the moment the advisories were put, do not come to Kenya, that almost dried up their arrivals. What that means is that those who wanted to come have been stopped from coming even when they wanted to come, because some of them is to do with insurance. Because the moment you say don't come, then the insurances do not take effect. So we have received calls even from some of the British citizens who live in Kenya who are actually saying, you're making our people not come, and they want to come because they live here and they see it's safe. So actually what is happening, the advisories are forcing people who want to travel not to travel, because many know that it's safe, because some of them even have relatives here, especially within the travel industry. But who want to come without an insurance? So those travel advisories were issued when the rallies were supposed to take place, but the rallies are no longer in place. So what we are doing is urging them to review those advisories, because it's affected arrivals. Before we used to have like 2,000 people go, leave, and then 2,000 people come. Now we're having 2,000 people go, and then about people come, 50 or 100 people come. The ones who really must come.
Yeah, because this is actually high season in Kenya.
It is high season.
The bed occupancy is expected to be between 80 to 90%.
And now it's shot down to as low as almost 10% in some areas. Yeah.
Do you have any immediate strategies to try and close this gap?
The immediate strategy is first and foremost the fact that now peace has come back, and as you've seen, the rallies have been called off because the government and the opposition are talking. We were appealing for CAM to return, and CAM has returned. You see, it's normalcy, everything is happening. It's to lobby for the travel advisories to be lifted and to bring people on a fact-finding mission that Kenya is all safe. That is of utmost urgency. To actually bring in those interested parties to see that it's actually safe to travel in Kenya.
But can you estimate the loss in terms of what you've lost generally in the industry? Or
okay, first and foremost, you see, we had 60 billion last year. KTB was projecting a 20% growth, which was bringing it to about 72 billion this year. The first quarter is a very heavy period. We get lots of clients coming in the first quarter and the third quarter. The second half, with this, which means most of the people are expected to come now to March, and then you get July all the way to October, another huge influx. Now all the ones who are coming between now and March have literally washed up because they've been told don't come. So right now we're looking at close to almost 40 billion down the drain, if not 50 billion shillings down the drain. If the situation, however, stops and reverses now and CAM returns, we may have some of the tours reinstated. Because as you see, a lot of the European countries have given advisories up to about the mid of this month. If the situation changes, then we may be able to recoup some of the bookings.
What happens to someone who has been planning to come to Kenya? What would you tell them? Would you tell them that, okay, come, everything is okay? What specifically would you tell them?
You know, if you see our updates that we give, and even yesterday when we had the crisis meeting, we said we as the tourism fraternity will be the first people to stop people coming if we knew it was indeed not safe. Because we do not want to handle people and hand them into a hotel and they cannot go anywhere because it's safe, or we do not want to take them to a place which is not safe. So as of now, we can tell them confidently, yes, the situation is calm, and they can actually come and see, because it is safe. Because the only thing that have changed in Mombasa is the city tours had been suspended before, because we expected the rallies to take place. But beyond that, we even have tourists that are living now that have finished their tour and they have not had a problem at all.
People are talking about some hotels, some tourists being targeted. Are these reports true? I mean, they're talking about a hotel that was banned. Is this true?
No, absolutely. Again, people have a lot of imagination. There's no such a thing. There's no hotel that was banned. This hotel got banned before Christmas, and it caught fire accidentally, which was not even to do with it. So that is quite a rumor, I must say. It's a figment of somebody's imagination, because this hotel was before Christmas.
You have done a lot of strategies, marketing programs of promoting Kenya as a tourist destination. Do you think you need to do that again, or do you think that what has happened is enough?
No. Now we actually have to go more aggressively back to the drawing board and market and rebrand Kenya aggressively. The image of Kenya, we must admit, has been tainted, But we must tell the world that Kenya is not a savage, it's not full of savages, because as you've seen, the cities up and about, the fighting was in the slum, where calm has again been restored. So we have to actually tell the world what the situation is, that Kenya are indeed very friendly. The people that are fighting were isolated gangs in certain areas. The normal touristic places where people mingle, Nairobi, here, you see people from all different tribes. They work together, they live together, they interrelate, they don't even think of each other as tribes as they're going about in Nairobi. So yes, we have to have a very aggressive campaign to reassure people that Kenya is safe, and that these issues were isolated and because of the tension and were in certain areas which are outside the tourist market.
So you've, in conclusion, you've said that despite what has happened in the past 1 week, the post-election violence, is that the tourism sector is back to its feet, and you're looking forward to having more and more people confirming their safaris back to Kenya.
In fact, my appeal is to have the foreign governments reverse those decisions. If you look like the Americans, the American travel market is not as affected. For some reason, the European market seems to be more affected this time. We still have Americans really not that much affected in terms of cancelling. They have not said do not go to Kenya. We still have them scheduling to come on trips, and we urge the European government to review those advisories, because the tourists themselves want to come to Kenya, and the Kenya is safe. We work very closely with foreign tour operators. They know that what we are saying is factual, that the areas they go is factual. But unless those travel advisories are lifted and reviewed, and we would like to do what it takes to show those foreign governments that it is safe. If we have to take them around, if they have to come from Holland or from UK or send their people here and we go around, they will actually they know that it's safe. They have their nationals here. They can talk to their nationals here.
Okay, thank you.